find out. Oh, and it probably help if I put my microphone up here where you can actually hear me. My phone was not wanting to cooperate. There we go. Let there be light. And let me pull this up. Hey. Hey, Brittany. Hey, Wendy. Hey, Sonia. Hey, Ellen. Hi. I feel like I haven't seen everybody in forever. Hey, Melissa. Yay. Hey, Paula. All right. We got a good group going. I just recorded the last part of my April recap so I could get that posted. Hopefully tomorrow, maybe later today. Oh, thanks, Ellen. So this was the Cascade tee that I did at the beginning of April, and then my jacket is the Summit Peak hoodie. And I used the same fabric, and I wore it the whole time at the summit because I was freezing. But I love this sewing machine fabric so much. I've now gotten like 4 or 5 things out of the, I think I had 4 yards. So anyway, so today I'm making the Paige Piko Dolman top. It's a free pattern from Made for Mermaids. So I'm using this sweater knit. It's like a pinky something. So this is the back, and this is the front. And then I have 2 sleeves and a neckband. That's it. So there's top length, tunic length, and dress length. And then you can do a curved hem, a straight hem, and then there's like cap sleeve, half sleeve, and long sleeve. Hey, Nova. So I'm doing the long sleeve. There's also a sleeve flounce that you can do. So I may do another one and do like a half sleeve with a flounce, but I stay cold all the time. So even when it is 80 degrees outside, I will still wear long sleeves. Hey, Beth. So I feel like this pattern is pretty straightforward, but I have not made it before. So I am going to go back to my directions. And I don't know what the binding is for because I didn't cut binding. So I guess we'll find out. And bonus, I felt like I could use black thread for this, so that's what I'm doing. So I didn't have to change the thread in my serger or my cover stitch. So we're going to start with sewing the shoulder seams. So I'm just putting them right sides together. So yesterday was rainy and wet here in Alabama. And today is still wet and cloudy and overcast, and it's extra cool today, it seems like. I went in the I went in the house to talk to Chloe for a minute, and I touched her with my hand, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, why are you so cold?" So, same in North Carolina, yeah. The weather popped up on my phone a little bit ago and said that we could see some rain later this afternoon, but it wasn't supposed to rain. Tomorrow it's supposed to be sunny, so we'll see. Cat Dad was hoping that he would be able to cut the grass tomorrow because Tuesday through Sunday is supposed to rain nonstop. So we'll see what happens. Nasty weather. Hey, Rhea. Hey, Yvonne. So when I was recording my April recap, I didn't realize how many bags I made in April. It was a lot. And since I missed, hey Brenda, since I missed 2 Sunday lives, I didn't really have a whole lot of clothing, so I did make my jacket. So. You sewed a quilt top yesterday? Wendy, have you made Jenny's new pattern, the Regina? It's fabulous. I finished my Rowena Friday night that I've had cut out for a year. Super excited about that. And gonna turn y'all just a little bit. Oh yeah, you were a tester. I knew that. Yeah, Rhea, same. I told myself at the beginning of the year that I wasn't going to make anything else until I finished everything I had cut out, but that did not come true. But I have been making progress on them, so there is that. I still have a Rosie and a Guardian cut out, and then I have my bomb.com beauty bag that I cut out with Brittany and Lauren when they were live for the monthly project. So I need to make that, but it's only been cut out for like a couple weeks. The Rosie and the Guardian have been cut out for like a year. Ooh, Yvonne, yay. You'll have to let us know how you did. I can cut faster than I sew, and I tend to cut several things at once and then sew them, but the problem with that is then I get sidetracked by wanting to make something new and exciting that cut out or came out. Yeah, Rhea, same. Same. Okay, so now we're going to attach our sleeves. And do the Rosie. Voting starts Wednesday and ends 5/31. Can anyone vote, or is it like a state fair type thing? Or if anyone can vote, you'll have to share it and so whatever, so we can all go vote for you. let's see, not sure what I'm doing here. Let's see. There we go. Okay. I'm like, what am I doing? Sleeves. Couldn't find the edge. So I cut the size green for this pattern. They use colors for their sizing, and which green is my standard size with Made for Mermaids patterns, and then I always grade in at the hips for this down to size blue. This pattern, you wouldn't necessarily have to do that because it is more of a boxy fit. But to keep it from just looking like it's oversized, I graded it down. Hey, Kathy. Oh, that's awesome, Yvonne. I have a feeling my event with the animal shelter is going to be canceled because it's supposed to be next Saturday. And like I said, it's supposed to be raining and it's outside. So I don't know what's going to happen yet there. I doubt they've made a decision yet, but I'm sure they will wait till closer to the day to decide if they're going to reschedule or not. So, help with collars and hems. Yes, Beth, absolutely. Oh, FedEx just delivered your rhinestones. Yay. Let's see. So, my rhinestone class was awesome. Everyone was so excited. And making everyone's custom shirts as a pop-up vendor was awesome as well. And now I have several new people hooked on trying to make the world sparkle more, so that's exciting. On a mission. Thanks, Beth. All right, so now I have my sleeves clipped on. I can attach them. This is going to be a pretty quick sew, it seems like. I did long sleeves. I think I want to do another one with flounce though, because it looks super cute. I just went with the because I picked my fabric before I chose my options, I went with the long sleeve for this sweater knit. So, and if I didn't say it, this is a free pattern. Yay! Okay, so this is what we have. So we're gonna clip our sleeve together at the cuff. And then I like to come to where my seam is for my sleeve and my top. That's going to be the armpit area. And then I usually nest those and clip there. And then come down to my hem, or the bottom, I guess, of my top, and clip that. So I like to do it in segments like that to where you can kind of shake it out, because if you just clip down, it won't always line up right. So if you do like 2 points and then kind of shake it out, you can match up everything in between. So I do a little bit at a time, and I'm lazy when it comes to my clothing, so I typically don't clip all of this. I usually clip those 3 points and then just sew it. So, so I got 6 points, I guess, this time. So we'll do one side and then come back and do the other. Amanda's Bundles was having a 50% off bundle sale. I guess it was Sunday and Monday. It was for the end of the month. And I resisted the urge and did not buy any new fabrics. And I bought minimal stuff when I was at the summit. Shocking as that may be, like, I got to use what I have first. Got to get rid of some of this stuff first. So, let's see. Okay, there we go. Right sides together, cuff. My hair is having a mind of its own today. The weather is probably not helping. The girls and I hung out this weekend. We watched, let's see, Chloe and I and Cat Dad watched, well, I say Cat Dad. He fell asleep, so he didn't actually watch it. We watched The Accountant on Friday night. It was really good. It's on Prime. It's a free movie. But The Accountant 2 is in theaters right now. And I was kind of thinking that we would go see it in the theater, but then Cat Dad fell asleep. So I'm like, you need to watch it before we go see it in theaters. And then last night, me and Emmy watched Anastasia. That and Aristocats are my favorite Disney movies, and I don't think she's ever actually seen Anastasia before, so that was fun. Mike fell asleep at the theater. So, Cat Dad and I just finished watching Ransom Canyon. I believe it's on Netflix. It was really good. Oh, I haven't watched Wicked. I can't remember what movie we saw in theaters last. Emily is ready for summer vacation. She's ready for school to be out. She keeps asking me every day how many days until summer. But so yesterday we came out here to the cabin, me and Chloe and Emily, and the girls are really obsessed with making Miniverse. And I think they're adorable and fascinating. Wendy. So I enable their obsession. But yesterday I spent the day making Miniverse with Emily, but we cleaned up the table where she sits to make them because it was a hot mess and it stresses me out because it's right in the door when you come in the cabin. And while I'm a lazy sewist, I am not a sloppy sewist, typically. That's funny, Rhea. I didn't know that. I love that we keep getting French lessons. Kathy and Brittany and Rhea. Well, Rhea speaks French, and then Kathy and Brittany are learning French. So you're such a sloppy sewist. I am not. At least I don't think that I am. Somebody might disagree with me, but lazy, yes. Sloppy, not so much. Yeah, Wendy, that's me. I can't, like, it stresses me out. Like, when I come out here and it's a mess, like, I have to clean up first or I can't do anything. And if I come out here and I don't feel like cleaning up, I just will go back in the house. Okay, Beth, I totally forgot to tell you what I was doing. Well, now my cutting table is kind of a mess, but it's an organized mess, at least in my head. I did unpack some stuff today, so there's that. All right, so we're doing our neckband. I'm going to bring you in closer, Beth. So I took my neckband and I put the two short ends right sides together and I stitched it. Now I'm going to open it up and I'm going to fold the wrong sides together at the seam on the long edge. And then I make those go the same way. I do not nest them. And I'm going to clip those together. And then we're going to fold the rest of this in half on the long edge. And as I fold it in half, sometimes depending on what material you're using, it'll stay, but this doesn't really. So I just kind of fold it and clip. And then fold. And I match up those edges. This is the way I do every neckband like this on everything I make. Unless the pattern tells you to do it differently, which if it has like a neckband, this is how I do it. There's a couple of ones that I've done that have like a binding and they're a little bit different, but a few inches and clip. Kathy says she's tidy. Kathy, I could see that. Yvonne. Did you get you some more thread for your machine? Okay. So this is what it looks like. It's just one big old loop. Fold it in half. This is my raw edge. Okay. So when I get everything clipped and the whole thing is folded in half, I come up to my seam and I just let it drape over my finger like this. And then right here, this one's actually in the middle already, but that's my middle. So I put a clip there. Then I'll take the seam clip and the clip that's in the middle and I put them together. And then I will move these around a little bit, these clips, so that I can put this one in the middle there. So now I have that. Then I'll flip it over and do the same thing. So now I have 4 equal points on my band. Makes sense. You need some rose gold thread? Yes, Rhea. Maybe there will be a good Mother's Day sale. I don't know. I don't need anything else. I want stuff, but I don't need anything. Okay. So now that I have my neckband quartered, I take my top and I fold my back in half. So I just do that by matching up my seams and finding the center. And then I put a clip on the center back. And then I put a clip on the center front. And then the seams are never the center of the seams of the shoulder are not the center. Kathy, I don't know what we're buying. Probably nothing. Cat Dad was able to finagle a deal to buy the extra lot next door to us, and we have an appointment on Tuesday for that. So I'm going to be broke after that. So Liz is not buying anything. So once I put my front and back centers together, then I can find the center or quarter mark here. And this is my seam, but this is my center. So this is never center. But if on my version that I cut, I did the low scoop option and the back is higher. So if you think about the shoulder right here, the distance from here to here is not the same as the distance from the shoulder to the other shoulder across the back. So that's why. Hopefully all of that made sense, Beth. Tell me if it didn't and I'll repeat it. Oh. You too. You want to be enabled. Kathy, I enabled you to buy rhinestones. You're welcome. Ooh, Rhea, that sounds awesome. Okay, so now I'm going to repeat that same step for finding the center of my other side over here and put a clip. Okay, so now I have my neck of my top in 4 pieces or 4 sections, right? So if you see my top, I'll hold it up. This is the front because it's the lower scoop, and then this is the back because it's the higher. So I'm going to start with the back center, and I'm going to take my band, and I start with the seam. I always put my seam at the back. So when you're wearing it, it's going to be right here. So, and then I'll take the clip off one and just put those together. And then I will come over to my center clip, or my quarter, I guess. And I'll match it up with the clip that I put on the top. And then I repeat that same process of removing one and clipping it together. So now I have 2 clips on my shirt. And you can tell this does not line up with this. My top is bigger, and that's because we need to pull our band a little bit. And you want that. Your band should not be 1-to-1 in most cases because it will be really floppy when you wear it, and it won't have any structure, and it'll just kind of hang on you. So now I'm going to take my other clips for my quarter marks and put them together, and then I'll hold it up and show you what it looks like. Okay. So I'll do it from the front for y'all so you can kind of see. But you can kind of see how it's sectioned off. So now I'm going to lay it on the table in front of me, and then I'll bring you in. Hi. And tilt you down. There we go. And just kidding, I'm going to throw the phone in the floor. Or not. Let's see. Sorry for all the extra movements. Okay. Oh my gosh, get in there. I'm trying not to stick my hand in front of the camera, but this is not wanting to cooperate with me today. Oh, my pop socket's on. That's why. I'm like, what is going on? Hey, there we go. I'm going to be real gentle with it now. Okay. Let me see. There we go. Okay, I can't really tell what y'all can see, so I'm going to back it up just a little bit. Okay, that looks good. All right, so now you can see that I have, this is my shirt and my band. So I'm just going to kind of stretch it out a little bit, and you can see it kind of matches up. So I usually will kind of stretch it out, and if it's a real big section, I'll actually take my hand and set it down on the clip and just kind of pull it this other hand so that my fingers are free, and then I can put the clip together. I think I got all of that in camera. It shouldn't be so tight that you're having to just really pull on it. You should just have to gently stretch it out. But I'll set my hand down and then I can clip it. And once I have it clipped, then I can kind of make sure all three edges are lined up evenly, because you can see right here, let's see if I can get it. You can see right here that my top is not lined up with the edge of my band, so I'll move it so that it is. But I like to get those clips on to kind of make sure I have it in the right spot. And the reason we do this is to keep it from being just bunched up in one spot, so that it looks smooth and consistent. So, and if you need extra clips, put extra clips. When I was first starting out, I would do, you know, clips so close together they were touching sometimes. So I just like to make sure all of my edges are matched up. And then when I sew it, I sew with the neckband on top. Oh, it probably was me being staticky. Is that any better? Because my microphone was like kind of flopping around. If it's still staticky, I'll switch microphones. I did charge them earlier. Okay, so stretching that out. And then you can kind of see it does kind of fall into place after you get a couple of the clips on there. And then I just will pinch it and hold until I can get clips where they need to be. Better now. Okay, good deal. I moved my microphone up, so it probably was what part of the problem was. Hi, Emily. Do you want to come say hi to everyone? Do you want to wave at the camera? No? Okay. You don't have to. Just offering. What you doing?
I want to go to Walmart.
You want to go to Walmart? Well, I'm live right now, so we can't go to Walmart.
After, can we go?
We can see. It just depends.
Because we went to Walmart yesterday and got mini first. But we made some, and then we bought the Hello Kitty ones, and then we got like 3 duplicates.
Beth says, hi, Emily. And Thea says, tell Em she says hi.
Hi, Thea. Hi, Beth.
She's wanting to go to Walmart to buy more mini verse because we have made all of the ones. Rhea says hi, and so does Kathy.
Hi, Rhea. Hi, Kathy.
Do you want to go get your pizza and show it to them?
What pizza?
The one that we made last night with the floating pizza cutter. No?
I'll get it.
Okay. Thank you. They may not know what we're talking about. I know Brittany and Thea and Beth do.
How does Beth know?
Because she was at the summit and she saw the kit that Thea got. Is that not adorable? It's a pizza. And for size reference, here's a clip. There you go. Okay, so I have all of my clips on, and this is what it looks like now. Oops, and I'm pulling scraps out of my... Hey, hand me Chloe's box. It's a margarita pizza, yeah. Oh, you want to show them your Target basket? We had a random Target one. They can only be bought at Target, though. The box, baby.
This one?
Yeah. I want to show Kathy because she doesn't know what we're talking about. Oh, here. Let's see. I'm not going to move this too much because there we go. Ooh. The camera is pointing down there. I got it in there. Mini verse. And this is the plant kit. So you can make all kinds of different plants. Chloe got it for Easter. But yeah.
And then she made all sorts of stuff with the kit that we all got for Easter.
Okay, I'll quit moving the camera now. So sorry. All right, here we go. So I'm ready to attach my neckband. And I always start at my seam. And now Thea wants it. They're on clearance. So I always start at the back neckband center. It's just easier for me, and I feel like it makes the most sense. So I'll undo the clip right there to where I can get it under my foot. And sometimes I have to take off 2 clips, but... Hold on, baby. And then I'll make sure that everything is flat and out of my way. And then I can start sewing. And for my neckbands, I usually just line up with this edge right here of my serger and try to keep it consistent so the thickness of my neckband doesn't change on my finished garment. Yeah, they're at Walmart. we were in there yesterday, and the Hello Kitty themed ones they have are on sale for $3 a ball, which is a really good deal because they were $10. But they have Lord of the Rings ones now, which was new. I didn't know they had those. I'm not really into Lord of the Rings, so it's not a big deal for me, but they look like they would be really cute. Made me think about Shannon because I know she would be very much into them. So I just keep a little bit of tension on there when I'm going around and make sure that it stays smooth underneath so I don't catch anything. And then as I get to a clip, I'll stop, I'll take off a couple, and then keep going. Target may have them too, Brittany, but I haven't been in Target in forever, so I don't know.
Mom.
Yes, ma'am.
After you're done with your life, can we go to Target and get more of these?
Not today.
Maybe tomorrow?
We'll see.
Will you show Chloe's creations?
I will when I'm done. Okay. All right. Almost there. And then when I get to the end, I just stitch past where I went a little ways, and then I'll just pull it off. And then I leave this tail long so that I can finish it off with my threader. And for this part, you could use like a big needle. You don't have to use the threader. I just happen to have it. And then I'll put a little bit of tension on there and snip it and then smooth it out. Kathy, you're shopping online for Miniverse? Okay. So at this point, we are ready for hemming. And I'm going to have to... Wendy says she's not even going to tempt herself. All right, so I'm going to have to gently set this back up. Hi. That was pretty smooth. Hi, Tracy. Okay. Okay. Now, hemming. And Beth asked a question. Do you top stitch the seam down or no, since it's considered finished now? It depends on the look that I am going for. You can see on this one that I did not. It also depends on, I guess, the type of fabric that I'm using. Sometimes I will top stitch it down. It's a personal preference whether you do it or not. You don't have to, but you can. You sew in a room full of toys. You don't need any more. So Chloe is using her plant kit to make like a large fairy garden type thing. So she's been making small elements. So this is what she put together with some of it. Where's the little box? Oh, they're in the basket. So she put together this little pond. Yeah, and another little pond.
With
and then A little bit of little cactus flowers.
It's what's inside is duckweed.
So, Beth, if I top stitch it, I will use my cover stitch. But if you were going to do it on a regular machine because you don't have a cover stitch, oh, Yvonne, that sounds fun. You would use a zigzag stitch, or you could use a twin needle on your regular machine. Or if your machine has the lightning bolt, you can use that stitch option as well. So let's see. I'm going to start with my sleeves, and I'm just going to fold them over about a 1/2 inch. And I don't nest my seams. I lay them flat, and that does create a little bit of thickness at that point, but it's not too thick for the machine. And then I used to use, like when I was first sewing, I used to try and make the tiniest hems possible, and I figured out that if I make them a little bit bigger, they tend to work better. I don't know why that is, but so let's see. That's about how much I folded that over. So if you measure, it's probably about a 1/2 inch. And then I just clip it in a couple places. And then I will lay this and sew in the round this way, so the exterior is touching the bed of my machine. Enjoy your Sunday. Hey, Nikki. And then again, I like to start on my seam. And then I have kind of figured out where my edge needs to be so that my stitches go in the right spot. And then when you're doing this part, you do not want to stretch it. Well, hey, Kim. Didn't even know you were there. You must have been lurking in the background. Are we backwards today? I didn't even know I was backwards. That's crazy. Yes, ma'am. Exactly for the hem. I didn't move anything that I know of. I did put away hardware and clean up a little bit, but interesting. Been running kids and doing yard work. Yeah, I feel that. We've been working in the garden nonstop. So Easter weekend, we planted the garden, and then I'll have to make a post. I got to get the video from Cat Dad, but the other day, I guess M came home from school. We were out. Cat Dad worked on this new tiller, got it running, and I say new tiller. So I want to say that I heard on another channel or read it somewhere that it's something to do with an iPhone update and YouTube Studio, but I could be wrong about that. And I haven't been live in 2 weeks, so yeah. But he got this tiller running, and So he tilled the garden, and then we were out there using the hoe to, I guess, clean up and smooth out the dirt and stuff, and I totally got my threads hung. There we go. Finally. Okay. But a couple summers ago, we would tell the girls that if they weren't good, they would have to hoe a row in the garden. And Emily come outside. I didn't make her. She was in the house watching TV or something, and she'd come out, and me and Cat Dad were working in the garden. She's like, "Can I help?" And so I have a video of her hoeing rows in the garden. You put the patio furniture and cleaned up your backyard today. Yay! The backwards brother logo. Oh, fun. So we have little baby squash and zucchinis on the plants. They're adorable. Oh, and surprising news in our household, we did not get another cat, but while I was at the summit, Cat Dad acquired 12 chicks. So I guess we're going to have chickens. He FaceTimed me about midnight to show them to me. But they are adorable. And Emily is obsessed with them. So 4 eggs. We will not be eating the chickens. I can't. I eat chicken, I eat meat, but I will not be raising chickens for meat. Oh my goodness. Can't do it. The animal lover in me. Nope. Ooh, Rhea, go. I'm probably one of the few waiting on a box. Well, hello, Chrissy. Welcome. Welcome to the hot mess that is my life of chickens and garden and oh, I got an email too. Yay. Love me some M4M pre-orders. Okay. Ooh, go Rhea. Yes, retail. I meant to ask earlier how the retail did and look and see if there was anything else I needed. Nope. I'm sure it's something I want. I'm going to need these chicks to get bigger and start laying eggs so I can have some money again. Thanks, Beth. Okay. So now hemming of the bottom, and then we are finished. And I need some scissors. Actual scissors. So the pattern, which part of this is me, I didn't keep my points even, but I did the curved front option, so and the straight back, so it creates this point right here. So I'm just going to trim that down a little bit so that it's not as sharp and that it'll give me a better hem. Beth, I have the Brother 2340 CV cover stitch. So this is what I was working with before, and this is what I'm working with now. So when I fold that over, it'll just make it a little more uniform. So anywho, it is a fast sew. I like this one. I hope it looks cute. Hope I got the size right. And if I were making this in double brush poly, which is one of my favorite bases, y'all know, I probably would skip the hem and make it even faster. And Beth, I know you're not a fan of the double-sided tape, but I did use some of the Dritz wash away, which is actually, or hem tape, on something. Oh, my jacket. And it actually works fabulous. It's not as sticky as the double-sided tape that we use in bag making. I have not made this one before, Kim. This was my first one. It's super quick, and it's a free pattern, so go get it. Yes, I sewed right through it with no problem, which I think is because it wasn't sticky. So, like, it didn't feel sticky to the touch, but it was enough to hold the fabric together. So it was awesome. Double-sided tape is the best. Love some double-sided tape. Now, again, I specifically used the Dritz like wash away double-sided tape that you can buy it at Walmart in the sewing department. But like I said, it is not as sticky as like our bag making double-sided tape. Yeah, I used it on the zipper. That's actually why I broke it out. So it was fabulous. I am not even gonna lie. I'm like, if this works in bag making, it should work in clothes, and it says it's wash away, so. Let's give it a go. I had no problem sewing through it whatsoever. Okay. Got that clip together. Use fusible thread on the underside of your fabric and press it up. Holds the hem beautifully so you can get a nice hem stitch. Huh. Yeah. I'm all about the things that don't have to be hemmed usually, so it was a new experience for me, but I can definitely say I will be doing it again. Sew-Right has the best. Tried some from Amazon and it wasn't good. Yeah. Amazon works great in a pinch, but that does not mean that everything is the best. And that is not me dissing Amazon, because I love some Amazon. My subscribe and save just came yesterday. Cat Dad's either on the four-wheeler or on the tiller. I can't really tell at the moment. But at first I thought he was jamming out to like some heavy metal or something. Then I realized it was the motor. All right. And then I just work my way around. Brenda, have you made this pattern? No hemming required, just ironing. Huh. Let's see. We're just over the hour mark, so. I should have cut out something else. Yay! Go, Brenda. Okay. I have the Emmy and the Lottie from Patterns for Pirates, or they might be from Made for Mermaids. I don't remember. It's a leggings and a sports bra. I think I'm going to do those next. And then I want to do the Mama Stella. 4 pairs of jeans. Wow. That's an undertaking. I have not made jeans. I should. I live in leggings though, so I don't know why I need to make jeans. I have like 4 pairs of jeans and that's it. Okay. We're done. So Beth's question about top stitching, I will try this on and see what the neck looks like before I make my decision on whether or not I top stitch, but it looks pretty good, so I probably will leave it the way it is. A lot of times if this is like curly, then I will top stitch so that it lays down, but yeah, it looks like it'll lay down just fine. So All right, I'm going to back you up just a little bit. So there is the bottom, and that's what my hem looks like underneath. So I did the curved front option with the straight back. Yeah, my hem actually looks pretty good. Looks like I missed a spot right there. I'll have to go back and catch that for sure. Yep, I just missed it. So, all right. In usual fashion, I'll post a picture. So, thanks for hanging out. And let's see, I'm trying to think what I have this week. May go live one day this week. I made the top length, so there is another length in between this and then the dress. So I'm not sure what I have going on this week at this current moment, but thanks for hanging out with me. And either today or tomorrow, I'll have my April recap up talking about the summit and show you everything I made in April. Until then, if I don't see you this week, I'll see you on Sunday next week. So have a great day. Bye.